響屋企同朋友一起無聊對啤酒説道理。This is the Learn Cantonese Fast channel again. Today I will also talk about intonation modifiers. So this is the last episode I'll be talking about intonation modifiers. The first word I'm going to talk about is 接 which is tone 1. For example, you want to say this is really a trivial matter. So 接 actually is an indication of something that is not very serious, which may not be necessary, which may be even trivial. So this is really not a serious matter. So how do you say it? So this 咁 都 is a word which has a lot of meanings, and which is a very serious, I would say, it's very seriously abused word in Cantonese. Do can mean a lot of things. Here do means even or still or something like that. Okay, so 咁都好少means trivial. 小 is small. 好少 is really small. Matter is 事. Okay. 咁都好小事. Alright, so this is really a trivial matter. 啫 alright, so 啫 is something like it's not very serious. It's not big deal. It's not a big deal. Another example, you really need not act like this. Alright, so you are in other words, you are overreacting. So how do you say it? You 你 again we use the word 都 okay. 你都 you really, or you even like this, you should not. Okay, 唔使 is need not. Okay, 你都唔使 you need not, you seriously need not. 咁 act like this. Act like this. Okay, 咁 so normally you would say some word before 咁. Okay, so for example 做咁 or 咁做. Okay, so here we can actually omit everything. We just say 咁. Like this. 你都唔使咁啫。It's not necessary for you to be like this. And then we have la la la. We already discussed la, which is tone 1. This is tone 3. Okay, la la la. Okay, la la. For example, you shouldn't be like this again. Right? La is an indication that something may have some consequence, so it is an advice to you that you should not do it. Okay, or is a result of some or is a result of something. Okay, so for example, you shouldn't be like this again. So for example, you are the boss, and you try to tell your subordinate that the person should not do it again. Well, if you are not in a very bad mood, if you are not really too concerned, you will say something like 你唔好再咁啦 okay, 你 you 唔好 should not. 好 means good, 唔好 means not good. Okay, so here means should not. 你唔好再 again 咁 do something like this. Okay, so like this. Okay, so again we omit the word do here. Okay, 你唔好再 again 咁 do something like this 啦. Okay, so it's an advice. Right, so you're not too happy, but then you try not to exaggerate. Okay, so in other words, it's just an advice. As another example, I am going to die this time. So in other words, you have committed some serious mistake, and this time you're going to die. Okay, so it's a consequence of some serious mistakes. So here you say 呢次 or this time. 呢次 Lay is this, right? Or sometimes we use 今次 呢次 or 今次 right? 呢次死得 死得 死 is die 得 ready to die, right? 死得 reach the point that you will be dying. Okay, so 呢次死得啦 okay, so 呢次死得啦 right? So it's a consequence, you should die. La 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 has the lowest pitch. Alright, so la. Alright, so for example, you have spent all your money so fast already. So for example, you are the mom, and then you're asking your son, why are you spending so much money so fast? So instead of asking a question, you try to point out that, well, you are really spending your money so fast. Okay, so you're not happy with it. So what do you say? 你 you so fast 咁快. Okay, so fast is a adverb for spent. Okay, so 你咁快 you so fast 就 already 就 already 使晒使 is spend 晒 is completely. Okay, 你咁快 you so fast you so fast like this already 就使晒 spent completely. 啲錢 okay, 啲錢 here is actually 嘅錢 okay, so it's actually saying 你嘅錢 okay, 你咁快就使晒你嘅錢 okay, or 你啲錢 or 啲 replaces 嘅 and also we omit 你 okay, 你咁快就使晒啲錢 錢 is money, 你咁快就使晒啲錢嗱 okay, so you are casting doubt on why the person has spent the money so fast. In other words, you are not really happy, so here you're also showing your not very happy tone. And then 呢 sorry 嚟咧 or 咧 okay. So 咧 is for asking questions. So here we have an example. Is it right to do it like this? So you're asking the other person whether it is correct to like something like this. So you don't know whether this is correct. So in Cantonese you say 咁做 咁 is like this, 做 is do, or is do something like this. 咁做 okay. 唔知 don't know, 知 is know, 唔知 don't know. So you are saying don't know whether. Okay. 咁做 do something like this, don't know whether, 唔知 啱 right, 唔啱 not right. Okay. 咁做唔知啱唔啱咧 okay. 咧 means you are forming a question. So you're asking the other person whether this is correct or not. Law. An example exactly like what you just said. Right, so how do you say it in Cantonese? 咪就係咁咯 okay. So some other people is saying something to you or doing something or work out something for you. You say 咪就係咁咯. So you're correct. Okay. This is correct. 咁 like this. 係 is. 就係 should be like this. Okay. 咪就係 it really should be like this. Okay. Law. Okay. So law here indicates that you are showing belief on this. Okay. 咁 okay. So right before law, the word right before law is 咁. Okay. So it's actually like this. Law. Okay. So you're agreeing. Law. Okay. So law again is a confirmation of the verb or the adjective in sentence. Okay, so let me give you an example with two people conversing. So A says, why don't you eat more? And then B says, oh no, I have eaten a lot already, so you don't want any more. Okay, so A, you 你唔食 don't eat 多 more. D here is a little bit more. Right? Why don't you eat a little bit more? So it's actually similar to English. Right? Why do you eat? So in English you say something like, oh, you don't eat any more. So more. So here it adds a rising tone towards the end to indicate that this is a question. Right? 你唔食多啲，你唔食多啲，或者啲 forms a question. And people will say 唔好咯 it's really enough. Right? Law here indicates that it has already reached some point. 唔好咯 okay? 唔好唔好 is not good. 好 is good. 唔好 not good. 唔好咯 it's already enough. Right? It has reached the point. 我食咗 I eat. Actually I ate. Right? 食咗 finished eating. Right? 我食咗好多 really a lot. 好多 a lot. 加啦 sometimes you can use law. Okay? You can say 唔好咯，我食咗好多咯。Okay? Again, here it is an indication of something that has reached a certain point. It's enough. Another example, thank goodness the boss has finally left. So eventually the boss has left. So it has reached the point that you feel good. Okay, so 好咯，好咯 means oh nice. I mean finally. The boss 老細終於 finally 終於走 is to go or to leave. Okay, 走咗left. Finish leaving. Okay, so 好咯 really good. 老細the boss finally 終於走咗啦。好咯，老細終於走咗啦。好咯，老細終於走咗啦。And then the other intonation modifier is actually a combination of two. Okay, law war. Okay, law war. Okay, law war actually is not really good. Sometimes sometimes it will show agony and impatience, or sometimes it will show that something is already done or has reached a certain point. So law war is sometimes similar to law, okay, but then law war actually adds a little bit more feeling. Okay, for example, so if someone has done something bad to you, okay, so you want the person to stop it, right? So in other words, it has reached the point that you cannot tolerate. You say 好咯喎, right? 好 actually means good, but then here it's actually meaning bad. Okay, it's really bad. I mean, it has reached the point, right? So you should stop it. 好咯喎, 好咯 means stop it. I don't want it. And then another example, they have all come already. So for example, you have a feast. The host has invited a lot of people, and everyone has come. So you are telling the host that maybe we should start eating because everyone is here. So how do you say it? They 佢哋已經 already 嚟 come 齊晒 all completely, right? 齊晒咯喎 so it has reached the point, right? 佢哋 they 已經 already 嚟 come 齊晒 completely all completely 咯喎，佢哋已經嚟齊晒咯喎，佢哋已經嚟齊晒咯喎，咯，Right, so for example, you want to say, not really, he is not as bad as you have described. Right? Here again, you show something that you believe in, and then you actually have some experience with the belief. Okay, so for example, here you can have not really, 唔係咯 ，right? 唔係 is confirmation. 唔係 means you're objecting. Right? It's not the case. Right? 唔係咯，佢冇he is not 佢冇你講得he is not as you have described 佢冇你講得你 is you 講得講 means speak 講得 means described, right? 佢冇你講得 so you are describing the person as being very bad 咁衰 is really bad, so bad, okay? 你講得咁衰 means you are describing the person as being so bad. 冇你講得咁衰 means it's not as what you have said. Right? He is not as what you have said. 佢冇你講得咁衰啫。We'll talk more about 啫。Okay? Actually, we have talked about 啫 already. Okay? So 唔係咯 meaning that well you're realizing that it's not the case. So you are telling the person that you know it's not the case. 你好嘛 actually indicates a question. Right? So for example, 你好 means you are well, right? But then you're asking the other person whether the person is well or not. So you say 你好嘛. Right? So I've already talked about this in the introduction. In any case, I'm almost running out of time, so let me leave it as an exercise for you so that you can actually go to my website and finish everything. So my website is www.freehongkong.net. I'll see you next time. Bye.